Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fableheim and Iratus, Wrath of the Necromancer. We resume our journey exactly where we left off last time, and before we really get into it, I would just like to say thank you. Everyone was super excited to see Iratus return, and you showed overwhelming support, so thank you for joining me in this journey. It feels great to be back. I'm happy. And I did get a lot of name suggestions from both the Reaper and the Abomination, so we're good for a while. So I do have some names. I named our entire crew. So 2 of them are from comments, 2 of them are from yours truly. So hopefully you like them. First up, we have Gadriel. This was from Chazakil. Gadriel is a fallen angel from one of the Hebrew books, Book of Enoch. And the reason why I really like this name is because this fallen angel taught humans the art of war. And I thought, wow, that seems appropriate. This is our first Reaper. He's teaching us how to be a Reaper. And so far, I'm impressed. I've been discussing this a little bit in the comments, but I want to try a quad horseman team. You know, full on 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. But I want to do it when we get his unique item, the Hourglass, which grows spell power every turn, I think. Because we'll do some fun things with a lot of spell power. Don't you worry. Moving on next is Stitches. I also changed his skin because Stitches is one of the many abominations in World of Warcraft. One of the more popular ones. Stitches and Patchwork, I think, are up there. And I got 3 different comments for a World of Warcraft abomination, and so Stitches it is. And the entire reason is because Stitches want to play. And I'm going to say that a lot. But because of the patchworked nature of the abominations in World of Warcraft, I thought, well, the metal plating is appropriate. And I did say we're never going to see this guy. Because the green one's so beautiful. But anyway, we'll see the green one later. I mentioned I want to do a lot of Reapers. I also want to see a few abominations because they have potential. And I'm excited. For the Unfrozen, going back to our Norse influence, one of our most successful Unfrozen was named Elivagar, and Gunthra was one of the rivers of Elivagar, which was the primordial river in Niflheim. Was it before it was Niflheim? When it was just in the Ginnungagap? But anyway, yeah, Norse stuff. I thought it was appropriate, you know, Viking helmet and all. And continuing the theme, of course. For our current hypercarry for this build, don't worry, we'll try out a few builds if we find the parts to allow it to work. Akasha. Akasha is a very old deity from Hinduism, I think. And Akasha is the element that cannot be seen, originally. More recently, in modern occultism, Akasha has been heard kind of as like the Akashic Disc, or the Akashic Library, as like the formation of all knowledge that there is. And I thought, well, Akasha's our hypercarry, so let's smack people out of existence. I also like the name Akasha, and I use it in a lot of video games. So, with all of that out of the way, remember, you can leave a name suggestion for any of the minions. Any of them. And I'll write it down. And if we get around to using one of the minions, your name could be here. I also have a name suggestion, or not name suggestion. I have a name slotted for the Wraith, because we saw the Tentacle Wraith. Ooh, it's gonna be good. But anyway, on to what we were doing in the map, you know, the real game. Isn't customization the real game always? We have 3 options before us. And I have exactly no interest in going to the Fountain of Restoration. Gadriel's a little weak, but 0 interest, negative interest. Which leaves the Cultist, which is probably, if we want to do the Hourglass thing, this might be smart. Sooner rather than later. Or the Sacrificial Altar. More experience. Where are we? Where are we on our talent tree? We have Advanced Ballistics. Excellent. We've gotten down to Relic Seeker. Probably going to take the experience. The sooner that we can level up... Wait, no, that doesn't work. I don't know why I was thinking Digger Souls were involved in leveling up, but that is not the case. Not the case.
Everyone eats. needs its generals.
No matter how useless they are, huh? Also, thanks to Solus, who did some experimentation, the Reaper, if you put him in here, we're not going to, gives you a bundle of dynamite, which will deal 30 to 40 damage at the start of combat to all enemies. The Stitches, the Abomination, name Stitches, will give you the thing that will heal your allies if someone dies. Whatever that's called. I don't remember what it's called. But the Dark Knight is the best sacrifice because he always gives you the Book of Ancient Wisdom. Oh, these are new. The Raven Feathers. When receiving damage, the minion gains +4 evasion until the end of combat can stack... can't stack more than 5 times. It's like, wait a minute. Also, we got 2 rare items, which is a big deal. Sweet. I almost want to give you one. I might. So anyway, let's pop this Book of Ancient Wisdom.
I will make mortals tremble before me. Well, even more than previously.
Because we have combat. Do we want to substitute someone in the front line for Gadriel? What's our stock looking like? We have a level 3 brain. Do we want to try... I was going to say, do we want to try double A-bomb? Maybe not yet. There wouldn't be a whole much of a point, right? I don't think there would be. I think the double A-bomb is better for stress builds because of Break and Swallow and Intimidating Roar. Obviously upgraded. We could just put the zombie here for 1 turn. Do you feel like being a meat shield zombie? Wait, no, not there. Put Gadriel here. The zombie will be fine. It's not like... You'll be fine. He might even be worthy of a brain if he survives. Am I really about to do this on Elite Combat? Yes. Yes, I am. This is going to be either hilarious or terrible. But hey, I'm here for it either way. It's going to be terrible. I guess technically I can protect the zombie with the A-bomb. That's a thought, isn't it? Also pointed out to me by Solus, thank you again, when the Abomination does his little stompy thingy, the buff does not apply to the Abomination itself. Worth noting. Am I gonna amok Akasha? Kinda want to, honestly. Sure. Remember, we do recover 5 mana every turn, so it's kind of worth us to spend our magic where we can. The main reason I was reluctant was because... Ooh, that's kind of a big deal. I have a thought, I promise. Just thinking. My reluctance was because I want it on Gunthra, because being on Akasha is kind of bad. Now we have -5 luck, which increases the chance of being crit. So, yeah. I'm also going to take this opportunity to shield the zombie, because he's taken some damage, which is fine. Damage happens. Ooh, that was dumb of me. I saw he was on fire and I got super excited. Do you attack twice? No, just once. Okay. I need to get rid of this block somehow. I have lots of Wrath, though. That's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. If I make him vulnerable... Man. One of the debuffs... Ow. Of the... Brain? One of the debuffs from the Unfrozen, one of the reasons why I picked the Unfrozen, is because one of the debuffs makes them more vulnerable to all damage. So there is a reason he's here. Worry not. I guess I'm just going to protect you again. This guy's dead, I think. Yes, he's dead. I guess I'll just slam you. Yeah. So when the Taskmaster dies, his allies recover sanity, but not health. So we didn't. We survived. I'm impressed. We probably shouldn't have survived, but we did. Wow.
Mop up
That was a lot of
gore.
damage.
I'd hate to see plants.
Hey, we leveled up
using it as
twice.
fertilizer.
And Gadriel's back to full health. Unfortunately, Stitches is now a wee bit wounded, but that's okay. Stitches will be fine. I think I'll go ahead and pass here. Gunthra. We definitely want to attack. For Akasha, attack. No one should be surprised here. It is worth noting for the Unfrozen, who has 0 initiative, it can be worth putting some points here because initiative... If you have higher initiative than the enemy, you deal more damage, but you usually don't have more higher initiative. Wait a minute. More higher initiative. That's just 3. Not that big of a deal. We need one more level before you can get Grey Matter, so I'm not spending these 2 points. I'm gonna believe in Stitches. Stitches want to play. And we'll keep him around. For now. The Alchemist's Hand. Whenever Iratus uses a potion, this minion restores 10% vigor. Oh. So this is one of the new items. I'm glad there's a potion item. That's good. The Raven Feathers. Is 10% vigor a lot, though? To be fair, there is vigor restoring potions, so that would stack with that. We just got the Raven Feathers earlier. When receiving damage, the minion gained +4 evasion until the end of combat. And the Burning Blood. Or Boiling Blood, excuse me. I can't believe we got this. I've gone the entire run without getting one of these. So this is the YOLO solo item. For each unfilled squad slot, the minion receives +4 armor, +4 resistance, +14 attack, +14 dread, +4 evasion, and +6 accuracy. The reason why I call it the YOLO solo build is because, well, if you're alone, you have 3 unfilled squad slots, and thus a bazillion bonuses.
Amazing what they just leave lying.
Now, unfortunately, the Vampire Fangs that I passed up for the Halo of Chaos for Gadriel would have been amazing. With that, in fact, I kind of think you need the Vampire Fangs to make that happen. Because otherwise you won't have enough healing. So, whoopsie daisy. Alright, we're gonna go this way. I believe in Stitches. Do I believe in Stitches that much? I believe in Stitches a lot. A lot. But I don't know if I believe in Stitches that much. We can use our brains here. Oh, we use level 2. We use 2 level 2 brains.
Ah, the smell of successful alchemy.
You know what? I probably could have leveled up and gotten calcination, or whatever it's called. This Events Doctorate. So I would have recovered 30% health instead of 15% health, but that extra 15% is going to go a long way. You'll see. You'll see. I'm going to pop this too. I'm a bit scared of what I saw, which is the Executioner. The Executioner is very terrifying and is known for killing people. Also, we saw that the Miner did a healthy chunk of damage, like just then. Damage received is reduced by 30%. Why, thank you. I appreciate that. I need to break your block. And you have... Or, excuse me, break your armor and break your block. Alright. Let's start getting rid of this ward. Not particularly useful. The ward, that is. For him, anyway. You're definitely going amok, my good friend. Like I said, I do not want the executioner to be alive very long. Very long at all. So... I wish you could have negative armor. That would be great right now. I'm having a hard time finding my focus here, you know? My focus target. Because I want it to be the headsman, but I also want it to be the elite miner. We have a tremendous amount of wrath at the moment. So I'm going to do this. Ignite is true damage. Very helpful, very helpful. I'm just going to take this opportunity to get rid of this block. Looks like that attack's pretty good. Oof. Ugh. Ooh.
Cool and deadly.
The Reaper might be falling here. Just as I named him, too. Don't you dare.
Curses.
Ah. Gadriel. Well, like I said, I had a lot of names. So. There goes our Halo of Chaos, too. Unfortunate. It does kind of bring up a good point, though, doesn't it? Survivability in the front line is a big deal. And so much so that later on, the only way some of our characters survived... Wow. I need to get rid of your armor. Was through insane manipulation of damage mitigation.
As your suffering ends,
Oh, we got the Halo back. Nice.
Begins.
I also needed to build something. I have a lot of Digger Souls. I have 69. Nice. Alright, you come out. And let's see. I think I'm going to build this. So we definitely want the Banshee. Come here, Banshee. Now...
Unholy masonry.
I think I'll just bring in another Reaper. I went through the Gadriel name real fast. It's just go. Just go. Let's see. Do I? Otherwise, I'd be really boring and just whip out the Bone Golem. Well, the Reaper and the Bone Golem share a similar purpose, except the Reaper does more damage. A lot more damage. I think I'll put the Reaper on the back burner for now. Not because he wasn't doing his job well, he just, you know, wasn't really a frontline. We're still looking for some sort of direction. I don't see one at the moment. I did really like this Hateful Dissection, though. It was super helpful in generating Wrath to do damage. But, let's see what the Bone Golem has to offer. The Bone Golem has a new skin that's awesome, and the Bone Golem...
Every skeleton dreams to become this when they grow up.
Is pretty much just good at everything. Excuse me, that's incorrect. They're not good at everything. The Bone Golem, what I meant to say, is that the Bone Golem is good in any composition. Because it's just thick. And it's there to be thick, which is why it's getting vigor. And some accuracy. Beautiful. Fantastic. Have some attack. Sure, why not? Now, in the past, I've gone with Bone Ward, which applies +1 block and +1 ward until the end of battle. I'm going to change that, and we're going to be getting +2 block until the battle ends. Which is what this does anyway, but instead of losing 25 vigor, we lose 15. Yay!
Now, prove yourself worthy of my investment.
Ah, isn't this skin beautiful? This is the new skin for the Bone Golem. It's fantastic. Fantastic. Now, our Halo of Chaos has returned to us, but I haven't decided who gets it. And, more importantly,
The formulae reveal their
we have gray matter.
secrets.
We have lots of brains. Brains are very useful in recovering health or mana. Let's have a quick heal. And then we'll pop on this bat. Oh, no. Well. Are you ready, team? Oh, let me just sit up real quick. We are fighting an elite convict. Or is that a husky? Whatever. Elite Doomsayer. And an ogre. Our first double-sized minion. Here we go. I believe. I forgot the Bone Golem doesn't start with block reward. I've been so spoiled. So the ogre, sitting at 360 vigor and 315 sanity. Okay. Feature cannot be moved, takes up 2 adjacent positions. Okay, so we saw an ogre and it had no health. So I thought maybe he had some like sort of undying trait or something. That does not appear to be the case. That's good. Muy bueno. Now, the problem, because there is a problem. We'll go ahead and mark the Bone Golem. Okay, it is an elite conscript. The way in the back, you can see the Doomsayer, the elite Doomsayer. That is a problem. He needs to go away. The sooner the better. We'll be taking this opportunity to apply block to our friends. This is one of the instances in which... Ooh, thank you. In which the block plus ward would have actually been better, because the Doomsayer is about to light us up.
Rage released.
And not in the good way. Oh, what? That's the Call of Winter. The plus 30%. Oh, that's insane. Have I mentioned how much I love the bone? The Blood Golem. Blood Golem. That would be awesome. The Blood Phantasm. Good old Akasha. You're wonderful. Just the way you are. Alright, rule of thumb. Get your kills where you do take them.
Crap this one into furniture.
Now you have to figure out how to get rid of all this block and ward. That needs to end right meow. Unfortunately, it's not going to. That's gonna hurt. I can't say I'm looking forward to what's about to happen to us. Oh, I forgot he takes it 2 spots. Oh dear. So if he's in the first position, he counts as being in first and second. I was kind of hoping that by clicking him, the wolf would go behind him. But, hey. We learned that lesson, didn't we? I'm going to take this moment to be a bit offensive and get our hunger buff going. Because I might as well. Especially since I can just do this. I probably should have blocked. Yeah, I should have. I could put him in an ice cube. Do I need to ice cube you, bro? There's no point in trying... I should have ice cubed him. There's not much of a point in trying to fight the Doomsayer at the moment, because he just has a bazillion blocks and wards. When the time comes... I should be able... I'll just take this. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. When the time comes, I'll be able to just do the tentacle thing to get rid of all of his blocks, so... Aw, you were supposed to hit the marked person, because I was ready for that.
One less annoyance in the world.
This is going to go well. Not. Thankfully, we'll get through the block here in a minute. In a moment. One of the reasons I also... I usually take the interrupt stance thing with the javelin because it goes through block. But hey. Sometimes you don't always get what you want. Although you're dead. 98.
A predictable outcome.
Oof, the damage. My Humanorium is still not complete. Can you believe that? How many times have I run through this game and this stupid thing is still not complete? Spoiler alert. Gunthra has gained a level. Now, I was debating which of these I want. The Winter's Grasp or the Purging Blizzard. And Purging Blizzard, as good as it is, and it is good, does not really help when we're trying to do a buff-debuff build because removing their buffs lowers the damage of our good old Akasha. So I'm going to go all in, which is where I like to be, and take Winter's Grasp, which increases the damage debuff from 30% damage taken to 40% damage taken. This is risky, and I would not always recommend it. We are uber low. And let's see what we're fighting against. Make a decision. Cultists. Ooh, the Bone Golem's item is awesome. Alright, let's go grab that. This is the Bone Golem item right here. The stack of bones. For each 10 points of vigor missing, the damage the Bone Golem receives is decreased by 2.5%. I told you, as time goes on, the way that you survive these heavy hits at the end game is basically through damage mitigation, percentage mitigation. I need a level. I really need this. Oof. Does this tell me how much I'd get? Do I need it that much?
It embellishes my undead features, no?
This is the point where the Reaper would be awesome. Because the Reaper would heal us whenever he killed something. Oh my. Okay, good news. No Doomsayer. Which is what did all this damage. I'm gonna sack it. Wait, you can destroy artifacts to recover, or to get experience, by the way.
Will becomes free.
BT dub. Now this... Okay. And, by the way... Ooh. I can't use any brains. Putting in higher level stuff does not improve the amount of healing. You gotta stomach 30% every time. This feels bad.
Skeleton will clean up this mess later.
But it's not gonna feel as bad as being punched in the face by the giant thing in front of us. So this is an elite ogre. The lady, whatever she's called, and the conscripts. Here we go. Lol. Oh, are you serious? My damage dealer. Oh, let's get our stomping. Wow. I've already... I kind of want to get rid of your block. Now, the Adamant, that's what she's called. The Adamant is a problem because she's scary. But I think she's not quite as scary as the giant thing in front of me. Maybe. Maybe. I guess we'll find out. 74 is a respectable hit. Alright, let's slam. Ooh, we stunned one. That's quite unusual. Alright, we have our buffs. Let's go eat. Rub my tummy. Stitches want to play. This doesn't stack. It has one more turn, I think. Just throw this at you. Screw you. Ow. Are you serious? Lady? Plus 1 attack. Feature. Oh, she's doing that. What is it? All allies gain plus 1 attack until the battle ends each time the admin receives damage. Oh yeah, that's how that works. Please heal. I need to upgrade that heal. Ow! I was right to be afraid of this thing. This is awkward. Well, awkward or not. My healing's not doing so hot, is it? This 15 per turn, excuse me, is not quite as dramatic as I was hoping. I can ignite, I can punch. Got rid of that ward. I'm gonna go ahead and buff Stitches, or give Stitches block. We'll see if that's enough. We'll pull the Ottoman. I need to kill her.
This never gets old.
What just happened? I was gonna say we need to kill her, because she's gonna kill... One of her things is that whenever an ally gets below a certain percentage, she kills that ally and like full heals and full restores and gets a buff. A scary buff. So, I was not about to let her do that. But... obviously, the game had other plans that involved killing her. How much damage you taken? I can do that, right? Yeah.
Good, good. More materials. I didn't think it would be so.
Alright, we did it. Oh, that was sketchy. We got the Human Norm token as well. Each round of combat, Iratus recovers 30 Wrath. Very helpful. Very helpful. Alright, Stitches, you've leveled up. What am I going to do with you, bro? What am I going to do with you? Now, at this point in time, I would like to point out that Stitches can still go either direction. He can still go stress, and he can still go offense, like vigor damage, physical damage. And it's up to me to determine which one. We haven't gotten any support for a stress build. None. But because I think the potential for one is high for Stitches, I'm going to go ahead... trying to think. I think I'm going to get Gut. 10% isn't a whole lot. It does stack up over time. But the benefit of this ability is that it hits multiple times, and we can manipulate that in the future if we want to. For now, though,
serve me well,
we'll take Gut. I'm also going to increase his HP over his attack. And I'm going to hold in this 1 point for now. For meow. Akasha. Good old Akasha. Now, the main thing that matters with Akasha is the Moaning Chains. We're pretty much done now. So everything that we pick up here can either be... can be primarily for its stats. If we want. I do kind of... oh yeah, there was some math involving this. So the way this ability works is you deal 50% damage for twice, and then you recover 45% of your health, 45% of the damage dealt as health. One upgrade is to increase the damage to 75% physical attack, but it decreases to 30% of that damage is healing. And that's the exact same right now. The other upgrade is to keep the damage the same, but you get 75% of the damage back as health. And I think I remember the math of this working out that Phantasmal Blitz was, in the end, better for healing recovery. Just because of the sheer amount of damage you can get. Aoraken. So I kind of want that. Although for now what we'll do is we'll pick up attack. Because this still does its job, basically. So I'll pick up Aura of Retribution.
Get back to battle.
For that +1 attack. I'm also not scared enough to push this Vigor button, so we're going to hold off and get attack next turn. It's beautiful, isn't it? We're coming together. As for our next talent point, there are just more raw stats that are strewn about. We have +8 Vigor here, and we have +6 Luck here. Wait. Okay, yeah. We have +3 Dread here. Was that it then? Ah, this one, Black Incense. Dispel feels pretty important. But we'll go ahead and pick up Amateur Surgeon.
Transformation, the will becomes free.
And we might be moving away from this soon. Surgical practice, maybe, and then we'll move on with our lives. Might pick up... We don't need experimental calcination. Let's see what this gives us first, before we decide if we want to heal or not. Ooh. This opens a door. So we have the Jester's Visage. This is an... This is a scary item. Significantly increase the chance to be attacked by an enemy. And when it says significantly, it's not kidding. If you put this on something, expect it to get attacked. I really like one of the builds, I think that's even stronger now, is the Shade tank. You just pop this on a Shade and things are going to hit it. It is worth noting that you definitely want the Shade to have maximum evasion at this point before you put this on him, or he's going to die really fast. And the reason this works is because of his feature where he counters attack whenever he dodges something. So that's a late game build that you can do. The Bane Aura increases Iratus' experience, or Iratus' spell power by 15. Good. But the Mechanical Eye. The minion's abilities cannot miss.
Toss it with the rest.
There is one minion in particular. The Headhunter. He has abysmally low accuracy. He's sitting at 93 with +12. His accuracy sucks. And it scales poorly as well. It's 2 points. Each upgrade is only +2. And he can do it 10 times. So he can only get to 113 accuracy max. The Mechanical Eye makes it so that you can dump all of the points that you want into attack and health. And then just murder everything. The YOLO Solo Headhunter is a way to deal with a lot of particularly annoying enemies. Or just to go farming because of Profitable Bounty. If this kills an enemy, Iratus gains +1 additional part after the victory. So we definitely want this. Absolutely. Without question. Definitely want this. If you do YOLO Solo, though, you don't need the Mechanical Eye because you get +6 accuracy, which is +18. Don't need might be a stretch, but, you know, you need it less. Who would this be good with, though? I guess the Reaper. If we did this, I would kind of want him to have the Fangs, honestly. Well, I don't know why he'd be good with the Reaper, because if the Reaper kills something and heals... But, well, the Reaper generates Wrath, right? But if the Reaper kills something and heals, but he needs to get the kill for Profitable Bounty to work. Brrr. Why you gotta be so complicated? Why you gotta be so... Anyway, we can build something. Let's build a library. This will increase the bonus experience that Iratus gets after every combat.
I just can't tell where they get their uncaring attitude from.
Yes, I wonder. So before we sacrifice this Lich to the Dark Gods, here's his new skin. It's awesome. I love it. So if we see a Lich in the future, you'll know why. Cool skin, that's it. It's a low bar here. Oh, you're so close. I can't keep doing this, video game. Can't keep sacrificing parts to you. I'm gonna run out. I should also probably build this eventually. This one. Chance to find a random part after combat. Wait, what was that? 40% chance for each minion working at the excavation site. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. This could be the last combat for today. We'll see how this goes, huh? I hate getting my hands dirty. Yeah, well, I hate you. Okay, it marked the bone column. That's terrifying. Oh dear. Did I mention that that was terrifying? Because it is. You are wearing the thing, right? I gave him the thing. Oh, this team is so terrifying. Oh, I guess I can do this. This is the first time you've seen the Ice Cube. The Ice Cube basically makes a target immune for a few turns. And that is very necessary. Necessary. I'm gonna poke you. I'm gonna move people about. Just run. Just flee. Thank you. Okay, good. I'm gonna put him back in the cube. He's still marked, so he's going back in the cube. Deal damage, put him in the cube. Deal damage, put him in the cube. Deal cube. If he gets hit with both marks, he's just dead. So, well, that's unfortunate. Speaking of being just dead. Ooh. Okay. This stance is very irritating. It's a big problem. Okay.
Perish.
Speaking of big problems, this movement has kind of screwed things up. I need you to move out of there. And by kind of, I mean it has tremendously screwed things up.
My kingdom comes.
I'm gonna have to move out of this. Oh, I can't. I forgot. Kaboom. Big damage all around. Everyone's unhappy. Including me. I think the Unfrozen is dead. Why, game? Okay, so I'm pretty sure I can just kill the Demolition Expert outright, which is gonna solve that problem. Actually, is it a problem? We'll kill you.
Being born was your first
because he'll go into his stance, he'll take a turn, I can kill him next turn. Or I can kill him now. Alright. You need to move forward. This trap has been more annoying than I thought it would be. I need to heal. I need to do all sorts of things. Alright, now you die. Actually, let's kill you all. I'm curious to see how this works. Okay, it's done that.
My My hordes are without number. One more for the
Poor
stockpiles.
Unfrozen. We've had a lot of deaths. This has been the day of death. Dia de los Muertos, which is actually coming up. Oddly enough. Do I? Yeah, let's do this. By moving forward, it allows me to hit with that. To heal a little bit. It's not much, but it is something. And I'll take something over nothing. I need to kill you now. Oh. How many parts have we spent? A few, right? Ugh.
Soon this
We did it.
world will be mine.
Ooh, another Hawkeye. Level 6 brain. That's probably from Gunrath. That was his name, right? I was sitting here thinking about it. Okay, so for the bone golem, definitely upgrading. Was this nerfed? Abyssal Engine. This increases the healing we receive from 10% vigor to 20% vigor.
Expect
Another
results.
big reason to get vigor. Important. I don't know who. Is this going to Iratus or is this going to the minions? It basically is a free level. Probably going to Iratus. What would this let us do? Besides move on with our lives. Whip. Oh, Fate's hilarious. I forgot about Fate. I kind of feel like the minions need it, honestly. They feel so weak. So thinking of what could go in the Unfrozen's place. I mean, a Reaper. Not really, though. I mean, it could, but it can't. You know? Does it make sense? I'm trying to think of how a Dread Reaper would work. Nor's block and ward doesn't miss. Enemies become insane or inspired. That could be super sketch on Eternal Harvest. Just make another Unfrozen. How do you work with this? Do you? Not really. Who else would work with this? You don't do much. Well, you do stuff. I think I left in a comment. It was, I said Bride, Lost Soul Shade, and Reaper. Bride can put out some real DPS numbers, but she is super squish. If you thought Unfrozen was squish, she is super squish. Damage is pretty impressive, though. How much? We don't have a whole lot of parts. Ah! It's kind of against the point of the build, but if we just plopped in the Headhunter... Does that make sense? And I oop. I think we'll give the experience to Iratus. And we'll approach next battle next time. To Iratus. Alright, Iratus, what are you going to do with your 1 point? Not spend it here. We're spending it elsewhere. Good. I really miss having Relentless Evil. I miss that. Okay, we're ignoring the destruction tree. It doesn't exist. Forget it. I kind of feel like we just go down to Dispel, honestly. Or we start the Dread. begin the dread. Black Incense is really good for other builds, though. My hesitation to just whip out a stress build right now is entirely from the fact that we don't have anything against inspiration, really. I mean, we have Stitches, who's not really set for stress. I don't have the parts to do what I want. It's like real life. The Black Widow would be an interesting choice. That's a tanky team. Wow. Probably just going to be the Unfrozen again. You have to be in the second position to do this? Wow. Fortunately, of all the characters that are kind of not fitting into this group, it's the A-Bomb. As great as his War March is, he's kind of just here to remove blocks. Well, I can think on this, and you can let me know what you want to see. Unfortunately, we have 2 down, 2 corpses. And next time, we have yet another Ogre confrontation. Oh, joy. So thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. The Wrath of Defiler marches on, no matter how many corpses we'll cast aside. They were already dead to begin with. It's not like they're in a different place. They're just, not moving. Feel free to poke them with a stick. Make sure. Next time, we will go after the boss. This is the new boss for the first floor, the Slave Mistress, whatever the heck she's called. And we'll see what she has to offer. Hopefully she's less scary than the ogres, because they've been pretty scary so far. Yep, pretty scary. Bye-bye!